Hi, everyone. My name is Saher, and I'm going to be leading this session today. So, welcome to the support group for survivors of sexual assault. The overall purpose of this group is to offer support to members by developing strategies to overcome their trauma and heal in a healthy way. Today, specifically in our first session, we are going to work on getting to know each other better and creating a safe and relaxed environment where we feel comfortable to share. We will also be working on some protective strategies at the end of our session. So before we begin, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about confidentiality. So everything you speak about here will not be shared by me with anyone. I want you to know that. The only instance where I would have to report would be if you tell me you're planning to harm yourself or others, or if a child is currently in harm's way or being neglected. Another instance where I would have to break confidentiality is if I was subpoenaed in a court of law. So now I would like everyone to introduce themselves. I can't wait for everyone to get to know each other better. So I'll go first. I am a registered social worker. I've been leading a variety of treatment groups for about 10 years. And I'm a mom. I have 2 daughters and I have one very cute cat. So who wants to go next?
I can go next. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah. I'm 22 years old. I'm an art student, and my therapist suggested I attend this group after I was assaulted at a party.
Great, Hannah. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm very sorry that this happened to you, but you should just be proud of yourself because you came here and it's an essential first step in your healing journey.
Thank you. I'm kind of nervous about group therapy because I've only done therapy one-on-one. I just don't want to feel judged, although we are all here for the same reason.
I completely understand that. Group settings can for sure be intimidating, but I hope you feel more comfortable as you continue. And you can always let us know if you're feeling uncomfortable. So, what about you, Zoe? Would you like to go next?
Sure, I guess. I'm 18 years old and I'm about to graduate high school. And my older sister recommended I come here after I was assaulted at my school. Um, I think it'll be nice to get to know you all. I hope we can get along because conflict makes me really nervous.
Same here, Zoe. I hate conflict, so I would probably leave the group if conflict started.
Thanks for sharing, Zoe. I look forward to getting to know you better. Hopefully, we don't have too much tension here, but if anything comes up, we can all talk to each other. What about Colin? Would you like to introduce yourself now?
This all seems a little first day class to me, and it's kind of stupid.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I just want to emphasize that participating is your choice. I'm not going to force you to do anything, but I think it would be beneficial for you to start to heal.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, Colin. It does kind of remind me of the first day of class, too. Come on, it can't be as bad as high school, right?
Yeah, I guess it does. I didn't even realize that until Colin said something.
Fine, I guess. I'm Colin. I'm 19, and I'm an English major at the University of Windsor. I'm here because my parents are kind of forcing me to be here. I'm really okay. It wasn't a big deal for me. It happened, so yeah.
Thanks for choosing to participate, Colin. But before we move on, I just want to remind you that whatever you went through, it's okay to have whatever feelings that you do right now. There's no specific way you should react, and I want you to know that.
Sure. Thanks or whatever.
Great. So now that we know a bit about ourselves, we are going to talk about some group ground rules. So I'm going to give everyone a handout and we're going to go through them. And you folks let me know if you have any questions. We have 7 points to go through. So I was thinking we could all take some turns. So I'll go first, but I'll give everyone the handout. Perfect. So number 1, what is said in this group meeting should be kept confidential, not shared with friends or relatives. We all need to feel free to discuss and share feelings without fear of leaving this room. The consequences of breaking confidentiality will be for the group as a whole to decide and place you on the hot seat and tell you their feelings about you breaking the trust. If your participation in the group is not mandatory, you'll be asked to leave the group.
Go next. Topics and ideas will be brought up by the facilitator, but the main focus of the discussion is up to you as a member of this group.
Thank you. So Colin, would you like to read the next point?
Not really, to be honest.
I don't mind going again.
Why don't we let someone else go if you don't mind? What about Zoe? Thank you for volunteering though.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll go. Feel free to bring up any particular problems you might want to talk about. Please don't feel as though no one wants to hear about it or that no one is interested. The main purpose of the group is to offer comfort and understanding.
Thanks, Zoe. Our next point is that it's important to be supportive to all members. No one's better than anyone else.
I beg to differ.
Okay, moving on.
I was just joking.
Okay, next is to respect the other members of the group, even if in confrontation. Make direct comments to the individual you are talking to and use I statements instead of we.
Great. So Colin, did you want to skip your turn again, or would you like to read the next point?
Fine, I guess. Why not? What do we got here? Make a commitment to set goals and work towards accomplishing them.
Perfect. Zoe?
Okay, our last rule says, let us know if you have anything to discuss at the next meeting. As a group, we need input from everyone.
Perfect. So those are our ground rules. So I just want to thank you all for reading those out with me. So let's all sign the group rules. I was wondering, do you have any questions about it?
I think everything is clear to me. I don't have any questions.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
How about, does anyone want to share their feelings about who rules make them feel?
I don't mind sharing. I think it makes me feel a bit more comfortable sharing since, like you said, that we are going to keep everything confidential and that you are open to letting us bring things up. After reading the rules, my anxiety towards sharing with the group is a lot better.
Yeah, I agree with Hannah. I'm not as nervous now.
Thanks, Hannah and Zoe. I'm really glad you're feeling this way. And I hope you will all feel comfortable sharing and we can work well together. So now I'm going to hand out everyone our 12-week agenda. So if you look at it, it talks a little bit about what we're going to be discussing over the next couple weeks. The themes that we're going to be discussing might be triggering for some of you, and I want to acknowledge that. So take the time you need to prepare, and if you need a short break, just let me know. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about a variety of topics such as rape culture, sexual assault, incest, victimization, self-esteem, sexuality, relationships, and intimate partner violence. So I know that's a lot of things, but it might seem like a lot, but don't worry. We're not going to talk about everything today or even in one session. I just wanted to be transparent with you so you know what we're going to focus on and you can think about it. So does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I actually have a question. What are we doing today? It just says that we're covering the introduction.
Yeah, great question. So we went over our ground rules already and we introduced ourselves to each other. So next we're going to do a trust exercise. We're going to go over some of our individual and group goals and come up with some safety plans. Does that sound okay with everyone?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep. What kind of trust exercise?
But don't worry, you'll see at the end. I don't want to spoil it because you'll see. So how about we start with that? So Zoe, can you do me a favor? Can you write down a sentence on a piece of paper? It can be anything, but don't share it with the group.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Perfect. So now don't show anyone this piece of paper, but I want you to whisper it, what's on the page to me. And after this, I'm going to whisper it to Hannah. And Hannah, I want you to say it to Colin. And Colin, at the end, I want you to say aloud to the group what the sentence was. Does that make sense?
So it's like telephone.
Yeah, kind of like that exactly. Okay, so let's start. So you let me know what it says.
A Taco Bell chicken quesadilla with extra creamy jalapeno sauce.
I love it. It's so random, you folks. So, okay. A Taco Bell quesadilla with jalapeno.
Taco Bell queso at Halloween.
What? Okay, so the phrase is Taco Bell queso at Halloween.
Halloween.
So Zoe, how about you share what was actually on the page? Because I don't think that's what I heard.
Okay, so I actually wrote a Taco Bell chicken quesadilla with extra creamy jalapeno sauce. I know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Same. I love Taco Bell. Now I'm craving it, especially the Crunchwrap Supreme. It's my favorite.
Okay, not bad, everyone. And I see we might have a shared love of Taco Bell here. But you might be thinking, what does this have to do with anything? Why did I make y'all do this? So I just want to show you how difficult it is to actually be an active listener here. And I really want you to think about the importance of it. We're all here to support each other and help each other deal with our trauma. So I would like us all to pledge to be an active listener in this group, and I hope you're all considerate of it as well. So as we are listening to everyone again, I just want to reiterate that everything we talk about should be kept confidential.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, I'm glad someone got it. So I hope you liked the exercise. So now we're going to move on to our next point. So we're going to talk a little bit about goals. So I'm going to give you all a handout again. So I'm going to give you some time to write down 3 individual goals, 3 group goals. So this could be, trusting people again, being more assertive. Group goals could be, what you want really to get out of it and what you would want to succeed as in a group. So after you're done, I would like us all to discuss it as a group. Does anyone have any questions on what they need to write down?
No, I'm good. I don't think I have any questions.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Is everyone done writing things down?
Mhm.
So I just was wondering if anyone wanted to share. So I was thinking that, we
I
could,
could go first.
okay, I was thinking, if you don't mind, Hannah, we could go in a circle, and we can say one individual and one group goal each. So then we all have a chance to share our goals in the time frame that we have. How about
Okay.
Zoe? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, I can go first. So one of my individual goals is that I want to feel safer at school. And then one of my group goals is that I want to be able to support everyone in their healing journey here.
Hannah?
One of my individual goals is to feel comfortable in groups again. And I think one thing I want to learn through this group is to learn strategies to deal with my past sexual assault.
Colin, what about you?
Well, I don't really have any goals, and I don't really know what I want from it. I'm just here to make my parents happy because they forced me to be here. So I guess my goal is to make them happy.
Thank you for sharing, everyone. So I'm going to start with Zoe. I really, really love how you want to support not only your journey, but everyone else's journey as well. In a group setting, mutual support is really important in support groups. And I hope we can all help each other out. Hannah, joining the support group is the first step of your healing journey, and you should be really proud of yourself that you're taking this step to feel comfortable being in groups again. So I hope we could provide a trustworthy and safe, comfortable environment to facilitate that for you. Colin, do you mind taking that later?
I guess.
So I just want to emphasize, that make sure all your phones are off during this meeting because, we're all here to help each other out. And I just want to make sure that we're all respecting each other's time and also like our input. So thank you, Colin, for not taking that.
Mhm.
So, regarding your comment, so it's completely okay that you're a bit unsure of what you want to get out of this group. I thank you for coming and sharing though. And even though you don't know your individual goals right now, we can work through that as the group progresses.
All right.
So, for me personally, I hope group rise that we all create a trustworthy environment. We come up with strategies to cope and heal. And I hope that we work together to support one another.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Good, I'm glad. So now that we've gone over our goals, let's move on to the next phase of our session. I want to talk a little bit about safety plans and protection. Would any of you like to share what you would do if you encounter your perpetrator? These plans can include one, a safe environment that you would go to, and two, a person you can talk to following the incident.
Um, I've never really thought about that before. I guess I could go back to my house and talk to my roommate right away. She's very supportive and she's like my best friend. And then I could probably bring it up to my therapist.
Those are some really great strategies. I'm glad you have someone you feel comfortable leaning on and somewhere to go, as well as someone professional you can lean on as well after the fact. Colin, would you like to go next?
I mean, I think I'd be fine. I don't really need a plan.
Do you not have a best friend you can talk to or someone you trust?
How about Colin, if you don't mind? Why don't you just state somewhere you could go and state someone you could talk to?
Fine. I guess I could go to my buddy's house and talk to him.
Thanks for sharing. I'm glad you can trust your friend. And I know you said that you'd be okay, but you can take that into consideration if something ever happens.
Mm.
So Zoe, how about you?
Well, my mom and I are really close and we normally talk about everything together. But when we talk, I ask her about her issues and then I sometimes forget to share what's bothering me. So I'm not sure that she would be the best person to go to for this. And I'm not sure who else I would feel comfortable talking to.
So I know you said you're still in school and that your perpetrator goes to your school. So what about, do you have a school counselor or maybe a favorite teacher that you trust? This can be somewhere you can go to feel safe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I can talk to Mrs. Manfredi. She's one of my teachers and she's definitely one of my favorite teachers.
I have a couple favorite teachers as well. I
Great. That's
um
so good that, both of you have like a favorite teacher, and maybe Hannah, you can consider that as well if you're ever in a school setting. These are some great strategies and we can all take ideas from one another. So, and Zoe, if you're considering talking to your counselor, you can think about it. Maybe you can talk to her about it. We can always talk about it next time and we can revise your plan if needed.
Okay.
So I'm really proud of you all because we're almost done the session. So it goes by really fast. So before we wrap up here, I just want to share one thing that we'll all do next week to make us feel good about ourselves. So it doesn't have to be something expensive or take a long time. It just needs to make you feel good and happy.
I have a chocolate lab named Daisy. I would probably play with her. She is so cute and always comforts me when I'm feeling sad.
That's a great idea. I love my cat. She always makes me happy. Pets are so cute and they definitely make us feel better. So I'm happy you can get that comfort. What about you, Zoe?
Well, I could probably meditate and do yoga. I've been doing a lot of it lately, and I find it really helps to calm me down.
Ooh, I really have to try yoga. My mom's into it, so I've been wanting to forever.
That's a great idea, Zoe. And I really encourage you to try it too, Hannah. Meditation and yoga is a great way to center and calm oneself. And we might go over some breathing techniques in later sessions as well. Colin, what about you? Would you like to share?
I guess I'll go watch my favorite show, The Office. It's so funny. It makes me happy, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really funny show. I love it.
Thanks for sharing, Colin. I guess I'll have to check it out. So, congratulations. You guys are off the hook. We're all done today, folks. So thank you all for sharing. I hope you all enjoyed today's session. There's no homework. Just take some time to think about, what we talked about. Think about what you want to achieve. Any questions or discussion points you might have, you can bring them up to me. So, do we have any last questions?
I'm okay.
I think I'm good. I don't have any questions.
Yeah, me either. Thanks for the session today.
Mhm.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I'm here if you need me. I'm going to stay back for a few minutes. So, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.